Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field. I think it's interleague. I don't think Malden Catholic dropped into the Catholic Central League. I think they're still in the Catholic League with St. John's Prep and BC, those teams. So it's Malden Catholic taking on St. Mary's. St. Mary's right back here. They were here Saturday with a 1-1 tie against a very good Revere team. St. Mary's 3-1-2. Malden Catholic looking for their first win. Scott Elias, or Elias, I'll say it both ways, hope I get it right once. The head coach of Malden Catholic. Dan Garcia for St. Mary's. Nick Fusco in net for St. Mary's in blue. And Malden Catholic in white. Quinn Martin is their netminder. Getting set to get underway. We just had a 0-0 tie with Lynn Tech and Kip. Two Lynn teams. It'll be Malden Catholic putting it in play first. They turn the lights on automatically. I don't know if they're on time or they go on. They're not really needed right now, but they will be shortly. And as usual, at this time of day, if you're sitting in the stands or up here in the press box with us, you look to the left, you get blinded because that sun is really bright. Trying to set out behind the trees at the cemetery. They shortchanged Malden Catholic. They didn't put a bench out there. Oh, they did. They put the bench up way behind the players, under the stands. I don't think, they may not even have seen them. Stepping in, couldn't take the shot. It got blocked. He tried to get between a couple of defenders. Took the shot. It got blocked. And St. Mary's is going to very quickly get a corner kick. I don't know if that was Fondy or Beeler. I don't know if it was 27 or 29 for St. Mary's. They kick it in, and knocking it down and grabbing it quickly is Quinn Martin with the save, and he'll kick it away. And he boots it high out to midfield. St. Mary's takes it right back to the Malden Catholic end. Malden Catholic breaks it up. And we're going to get St. Mary's for making contact, a little two-hand push. Malden Catholic will get their first free kick. And it'll be Jack Burgess taking it. And kicks it deep. Skips past. St. Mary's will kick it upfield. And we got Malden Catholic leaning all over Martins. And St. Mary's will get the free kick. Kick deep by Perez. Martin's trying to walk in. Trying to get around the defense. Gets around one, gets met by another, gets around two. Still trying to walk around, and finally got blocked. He beat about 4 defenders. He couldn't beat number 5. Buser lost it. Malden Catholic kicked it upfield. Perez. Malden Catholic picked it off. St. Mary's takes it away. Malden Catholic gets it back. It got blocked, and I don't know if they block it with a hand, but St. Mary's going to get a free kick. Woodworth will take it just inside the 25-yard line. Line drives it. Buser got a foot on it. Buser come out in front, got a foot on it, knocked it wide, but they called him offside, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. St. Mary's keeping it in the Malden Catholic end. Martin's getting around, trying to center it. Put it out in front, but right in the lap of Quinn Martin, the goaltender. And he grabs it and holds on. And here's a little cross-body block. That took Perez down. And Woodworth will kick it away. So Malden Catholic has had trouble getting it out of their own end. They haven't come anywhere near Fusco in net. They haven't had the ball in St. Mary's territory yet. St. Mary's kept it in the Malden Catholic end. The shot, like a ground ball. Martin scooped it, and he boots it away. And Malden Catholic tried to knock it upfield. St. Mary's knocked it out. This will be the deepest penetration for Malden Catholic. They'll throw it in virtually right in front of the St. Mary's bench. Headed away by St. Mary's. Shot from long range would have been wide right. Fusco got out and played on a hop. That's his first play here. St. Mary's gets it back upfield. They knock it deep. St. Mary's collects. They knock it deep. Trying to get Martins. Gets around. Takes the shot. Put too much foot on it. Made a nice move. Stopped. Got around the defender. Got an open shot at the net. And got too much foot. Drilled it high over everything and out of play. And there's no ball boy or ball girl, so they're waiting to get a ball back from the bench area. Now they get two of them. Martin kicked it away. It bounced off the defender. He gets it back and kicks it again. St. Mary's keeps it alive. Malden Catholic with it. Battle going on. St. Mary's took it away, but they took Malden Catholic down doing it. So Malden Catholic will get the kick. Coming from the 45-yard line. Up. St. Mary's heads it away. Bounces by everybody. St. Mary's couldn't keep it in. Went out. Santi Gil Perez. They knock it back deep. St. Mary's got a piece of it. It's deflected. Fusco come out and get it, kick it away. High kick. Buser wound up with it off his leg. Malden Catholic takes it back. And he got it into St. Mary's end. Nice defense there by St. Mary's taking it away. Marin beat a couple. Gets it to Perez. His pass is picked off. Perez will kick it deep. It gets by Kimmich. Gets it down the near side to Martins. In front, Buser got a head on it. Martins took it to the middle, kicked it across. Buser got a head on it, but got it across and tipped it past the net out of play. Waiting for a substitution for Malden Catholic. Sun starting to settle. Uses it with it. Gets around one. Gets taken down. No whistle. Malden Catholic knocked it out. Malden Catholic knocked it away. St. Mary's trying to center it, trying to get around. Malden Catholic knocks it out again. It'll be a throw-in down deep. From a very tough angle, Marin tried to get that shot and tried to pass the net, passed everything out of play. Ten minutes into the scoreless first half. Malden Catholic making a bit of a trip to get here. Buser trying to get around, trying to knock it to the net. They get deflected, knocked out. I think it'll be a corner kick coming from the near side. Malden Catholic heads it away. It goes out of bounds. They'll get the throw-in down deep. Mary's, again, keeping it in the Malden Catholic end. Perez trying to get around. He get knocked out by Ely LePage. Now it goes out off St. Mary's. And Malden Catholic will kick it away. I think it's Burgess doing the honors. St. Mary's heads it back. Buser has it taken away. St. Mary's gets it back. Blocked. They're calling it not blocked. They're calling it just kicking out of play. That one went straight left, right over the head of the Malden Catholic subs. Well, I guess they haven't seen the bench that's back there because they can sit down. To the near side. Woodworth knocks it to the net. Buser's offside. Good idea, breaking to the net. Good pass. Marin trying to pass it ahead, had it blocked. Pass a little bit behind the intended receiver. They get it up. And this is the first time Malden Catholic has got it in the St. Mary's end. And St. Mary's quickly gets it out of there. With a rush. Knocking it deep to the far side. St. Mary's going to get there and keep it in. And then Malden Catholic gets there and knocks it out. It'll be a throw-in down deep. Headed toward the net, deflected away by the Malden Catholic defense. St. Mary's gives it all the way back. St. Mary's stuck between a couple. Malden Catholic takes it away. Trying to knock it deep, headed away by Woodworth. Buser got a foot on it. Gets control of it, pushes it up, pushed it too far. Now he tries to squeeze through. Has it taken away. He almost walked in alone. Broken up nicely by Kimmich. Martins trying to get around, had it tipped away. They knock it to the net. They put it right in the middle of the net. And Martin made the save. Might have been Weber with the kick. Well, the Catholic trying to center it. That's the first time they touched the ball very deep in St. Mary's territory. St. Mary's knocked it out. First throw-in from deep. Now it's going to be a corner kick. First corner kick for Malden Catholic. Coming from the far side. Everybody milling around. Got a head on it, it bounced. Looked like it might have gone by the net, but Fusco made sure he went high in the air and picked it with two hands and kicked it away. That was close. That's the closest Malden Catholic has come. He almost gave that one away. Malden Catholic taking a kick from outside the 20, had it blocked, and they'll get another corner kick. Still waiting for that sun to sink so we can see off to our left. Corner kick coming from the far side. Everybody milling around the 15-yard line. They'll all break to the net at one time. They kick it at the same time. They got a foot on it, but it got blocked and taken away by Marin. And Marin got taken down. It wasn't Marin, it was Perez. This is Marin. He's got the bigger tape on the hand. Perez has a smaller one. Marin's is on his right hand. Perez is on his left hand. Body's going down. Malden Catholic will get a kick from inside the 35. They just play it. Now they kick it, put it on the net. Fusco gets a look at it, makes the easy save. That was James Donovan, that kick. Malden Catholic is a young man from Lynn. Nathan and Cisco Torres is from Lynn, playing on this Malden Catholic team. And we get substitutions for both teams. Win is by Malden Catholic. I thought they were going to let it go out. They kicked it back in. Marin hustling gets a piece. And Marys comes away with it. Hustle spin to try and keep it alive. Malden Catholic gets a foot on it and knocks it out. And St. Mary's lost it. Back and forth we go as we reach the halfway mark of this first half. No score in this interleague battle. That's a tackle. That wasn't I'm trying to go around you and get a foot on it. That was I wrapped you up and threw you down. That was like a wrestling match. Coming from just about in front of the Malden Catholic bench. Kick high in the air. Malden Catholic heads it away. And I don't know if they're going to get it. They were going to get it. Perez took it away, kept it in. And now bodies go down. And they let it go. Perez took the player down, stood over him, tried to get up. St. Mary's kicks it out. They let that one go. So that sun is just about settled. And it's no longer a pain in the neck. Marin got a piece of it with his hand. Popped up. Knocked out by Marin, and he also knocked down Sanchez. They called it out of play. They didn't call the contact, I don't think. And Nathan and Cisco Torres, who was the gentleman I just mentioned from Lynn, threw it in. He's one of the defenders from Malden Catholic. He gets to play a game at Manning Field, something that a lot of people don't get to do unless they go to Lynn schools, if you're from Lynn. I'm sure he's happy to be here. I'm sure his family's happy to be here, too. They can come and watch him play without having to make a trip. He gives it back to Woodworth. He kicks it deep, looking for a break. St. Mary's is there, out in front. They call him offside. They got it across, and Makua Sykes, all by himself, knocked it in the open net. Just as he was about to celebrate, they said offside. Malden Catholic will kick it away. They kick it deep. St. Mary's kicks it back. Malden Catholic takes it away. They knock it deep down the far side. It's a foot race. St. Mary's couldn't let it go out of play. Malden Catholic trying to keep it in. That ball went out. The official wasn't anywhere near the play. And Malden Catholic scores. That ball was out of play. And we're going to get a timeout. So I have no idea who knocked that ball in the net. I was trying to hold on to him so we could maybe get his number. They called the timeout, totally surrounded him, and I have no idea who scored that goal, but that ball absolutely went out of play. They put it back in, they got the kick, and they beat Fusco over his head, and Malden Catholic has grabbed a 1-0 lead. They come out of the timeout. We apologize. The scoring is awful tough in this soccer. The numbers are very small, and when they do it from long range, and as soon as they score, they make a group photo. Everybody surrounds the young man scoring the goal, and you lose track of him. We're going to try and find out, obviously. Malden Catholic kicked it out. So St. Mary's dominated territorial-wise. They had a couple of breaks, but they were offside. And they kept the ball the majority of the time in the Malden Catholic end as Malden Catholic kicks it out again. But the one chance Malden Catholic has, they knock it home. And that gets knocked out by Perez. And there's Torres from Lynn throwing it in. Torres gets a foot on it and breaks up the play. Nice little two-hand push on Kimmich. Malden takes it away. They got a foot on it, knocked it a little bit deeper. Fusco comes all the way out to the 10-yard line to grab it. And he'll kick it away. High shot kick. Big bounce. He gets ahead. Malden Catholic knocks it back. Woodworth letting it go out. 15 minutes and counting left in this first half. Malden Catholic has jumped on the board. They pop it straight up in the air. Knocked away by St. Mary's. Malden Catholic keeps it in. Bodies go down and St. Mary's takes it away. They knock it deep for the foot race. Martin will come out, get there first, and kick it away. He waited until Makua Sykes came on top of him before he grabbed it. Now he kicks it away, bounces past midfield and out of play. And Malden Catholic knocks it out. St. Mary's with it, down deep. Out, off Malden Catholic. Looks like it's going to be a throw-in. Now, they're setting it up for a corner kick. Looks like Maryland's stepping away and going to throw it. Now he kicks it. Gets it high in the air. Couple of heads. Malden Catholic gets a foot on it and knocks it away. And then they take St. Mary's down. No call. They let it go. St. Mary's winds up with it. trying to walk in. Malden Catholic takes it away. St. Mary's broke it up. Knocked back. Knocked deep. It's going to go out of play. Off St. Mary's. A substitution, I think, for Malden Catholic. St. Mary's reaches in, gets a foot, but kicks it out. Now they're calling it, they kicked it off Malden Catholic, so St. Mary's quickly throws it in, and Malden Catholic lets it go out of play. Martin will kick it away. We got Aiden Martins, plural, for St. Mary's. We got Gwen Martin, singular, for Malden Catholic. User trying to walk in, lost it. They try to give it back to him. And gets knocked out by Buser. We finally tracked down the scorer for Malden Catholic, James Donovan. Sent to the net. Abila tried to get around, and that's the Linite, Torres, knocking it up. And we'll have substitutions for St. Mary's. 10 minutes and counting left in this first half. Malden Catholic leading 1-0, looking for their first win. St. Mary's looking for their fourth win. They overthrow everybody. Looking to walk in, they couldn't get a lot on it. They just got I think it was Fondy. Might have been Sykes. Just reached in, just barely got a foot and tipped it. It was either Sykes or Martins who couldn't get a lot on it, just reached in and just barely touched it with their foot. Kind of slipped into the net. Martin made the easy save. Now from long range, Martin will just kick it away. The Catholic knocking it deep to the far side, trying to get there. Husko will come out as it deflected off a couple of people, rolled in. He went way to his left, picked it off, and now he throws it upfield. Looking for Marin. Perez gets it upfield. Marin knocks it ahead. Martins with a break. Trying to get around. Throws it across. It went right by everybody. There were two people breaking to the net. It went right by them. Marin gave it to Martins. He got upfield, threw it right across, right out in front, and nobody could get a foot on it. They called the contact against St. Mary's. Malden Catholic will get the free kick. That was a nice play from Marin to Martins. He made a nice rush, made a nice pass out in front. But the two people bearing down on the net couldn't get a foot on it. St. Mary's knocks it into their bench area. Still a little bit dim down the field. Lights haven't taken full effect yet because it's still a bright sky. Sliding and knocking away nicely was Woodworth. They were going to line up a shot. They knock it ahead. Martins just saved it, threw it out in front. Martin came over. So Martins with the shot, Martin with the save. And boots it high and deep past midfield. Malden Catholic got a head on it. Bodies go down. And a late whistle, but they're going to call it taking Perez down. And Woodworth will get the kick from midfield. They get it out in front. Malden Catholic got a piece and knocked it away. Body goes down again, no call there. Perez got a foot on it, gets a foot on it again, and actually takes it away. A good job by Perez. And Malden Catholic takes it back. Trying to walk in, the passer gets through, down the far side. Bodies go down. It went out. If they called it, that would have been a penalty kick. Malden Catholic player going down. They called it out off Malden Catholic. And we're going to see Mary's player down away from the play. Gotta stretch that leg a little bit. It was away from the play. The play was on the far side. He's on the near side. Trainer coming out to take a look. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. That was Santi Gil Perez going down. We hope he's okay. He's walking gingerly with the trainer and I think assistant coach. He's walking okay. I think he's going to be okay. We're happy for that. We don't want to see anybody get hurt, home or away. So with this first half winding down, we'll get back to action here as St. Mary's will kick it away. I think it'll be Woodworth doing the honors. He gives it to Fusco to kick away, and he gives it back to Woodworth. And he knocks it deep, but off a white shirt. They head it back. And now all of a sudden it's Malden Catholic keeping it in the St. Mary's end for a while. And bodies go down. Malden Catholic wound up on the track getting knocked down, and they call it off Malden Catholic. Buser gets it to the middle. Marin knocks it to the net, too far. Martin will come out and make the easy save and kick it away. It was all set to kick. Malden Catholic, I think, was making a substitution. Well, he kicks it past midfield. It bounces even further. Woodworth trying to knock that up. He hit it off, I don't know if one of his players or a Malden Catholic player, and it deflected all the way back. Now Malden Catholic knocks it out. Very quickly, Martins throws it in, and it gets knocked out again. Martins again with the quick throw in. headed away. And Malden Catholic knocks it out again. Woodworth throwing it in. Off a head. Off another head. And that was actually Crosby, not Woodworth, was doing all that work. This is Woodworth with the little spin. Blocked, gets it back. Somehow he got it to Crosby. They get it up to Marin. Marin trying to squeeze by a couple, lost it. Crosby gets it back. Woodworth winds up with it. Finally kicks it deep. Malden Catholic heads it away. They knock it deep down the far side. Malden Catholic winds up with it, trying to center it. They blocked it off St. Mary's, but St. Mary's kept it in. Now they knock it out. So it won't be a corner kick, it'll be a throw-in. They knock it upfield. Malden Catholic knocks it back. Malden Catholic keeping it in. They knock it deep to the net. Husko on the shot off just got a piece and smothered it right in front of him. There was a rebound, but there were no white shirts around. Shot came from long range. Malden Catholic again from long range. Kicks this one out, actually hit the goalpost. We're in the final 2 minutes. The clock will be kept by the officials down on the field. Headed by Marin. Kimmich trying to knock it deep. Malden Catholic blocked it. And that was Torres. That gets by Torres. It might have been a breakaway for Martins. Martins throws it in. Kick goes way wide left and way out of play. And we're now just waiting for that whistle. Then this first half with Malden Catholic leading it 1-0. And it goes out off of St. Mary's head. Well, the Catholic, they picked it up early going. It was all St. Mary's in the Malden Catholic end. Malden Catholic has picked up their play and has put some pressure on St. Mary's. And as I say that, they blow the whistle. They were getting set to throw it in. They blow the whistle and end the first half. So just about past the halfway mark of this first half, it was James Donovan rifling a shot in the back of the net to give Malden Catholic the lead, looking for their first win of the season. And they're halfway there. It's Malden Catholic 1, St. Mary's nothing at halftime. Welcome back to Manning Field as we're set to start the second half. First half looked like it was all St. Mary's. Malden Catholic couldn't get the ball out of their end. St. Mary's they haven't really challenged Quinn Martin. They had a couple of breakaways, but they were offside. And he didn't really get a really good shot. And Malden Catholic picked it up like the second half of that first half. But they never really got a really good shot until James Donovan ripped one from the far side and just knocked it into the open net over Fusco's head. And that's where we are. Malden Catholic leading St. Mary's 1-0 as we start the final 40 minutes here at Manning Field. And St. Mary's, as we mentioned, tied Revere 1-1. They didn't score in the first half. They got one in the second half to tie it. And it was a difficult time for St. Mary's, score-wise. And it's been a difficult time for St. Mary's here in this one, scoring-wise. And actually has been difficult for Malden Catholic as well, but they got that one very good shot and were able to knock it in. Get it to Kimmich, broken up. Well, Malden Catholic takes it away. And St. Mary's knocks it out. I was looking to see if they put it in play. The first ball in was very bright white. This one is almost black. This one's been kicked around a while. St. Mary's with a rush. They just barely got it to Marin. It wasn't Marin, it was Abila. And then Marin had it taken away. He went down, he was looking for a call, didn't get it. It was Perez with that rush. And Marin just got broken up. St. Mary's knocks it deep, bouncing. Knocked away by St. Mary's, trying to get there. Can't do it. Martin got there first. I think it was Abila trying to get there before Martin could come up and get it. So that's really been the story so far for St. Mary's. Just missing getting there. It goes out off St. Mary's. And we got a little push, bump. Calling it off St. Mary's. They didn't call it a bump, they call it out off St. Mary's. And we'll get a substitution for Malden Catholic. The Pax was looking to throw it in, and he got replaced. Now it's going to be a free kick. I think it's Rodriguez taking it. Kicks it to the middle of the net, or the middle of the field. Buser knocking it deep. Defense there. That was Rodriguez with the defense, knocking it away. Bounces around. Buser winds up with it. Knocked away by Malden Catholic. To the near side, St. Mary's couldn't keep it in. Rolled right by everybody. Kicking it deep, headed away nicely by St. Mary's. They bang it out off Malden Catholic. It skips past. Abila trying to walk in, overran it, and Malden Catholic took it away. Kimmich keeps it in. Kimmich got away with taking the player down. Avila centering it. Defense had a hand on it. There was a blue shirt out in front looking for a tip. And defense got in the way of Makua Sykes, who was just able to touch it and knock it over the net out of play. And Malden Catholic will kick it away. So St. Mary's, again, coming close but no cigar. Buser trying to get around, has it blocked and taken away. They try to get to Buser on the far side. They knocked it too far. It goes out of play. This is Interleague. St. Mary's from the Catholic Central League. Malden Catholic, I don't even know if they're still in that Catholic League. Teams have moved all over the place. They knock it deep to the near side. Martin's looking for it. Trying to get around, looking to go deep. Sends it out in front. And they knock it home. I think it was Marin. Martins went deep, threw it out in front. And it wasn't Marin. It was Jade Abila. So 29 from 24. Martins made a great rush down the near side, got around the defense. He just almost did it again. Malden Catholic just got a piece of that pass. Stepping in, I think that was Weber kicking it up wide. Martin picked it off. So this is what St. Mary's did Saturday. They spotted a goal, didn't score in the first half. Came out, they scored a little bit earlier in the second half against Revere. And then it went back and forth, and it 1-1. And that's where we are now. But a great rush by Martins. And Abila out in front, able to knock it home. They knock it in, and they knock it wide. He was loose. He steered it left instead of steering it right. He had most of the net to shoot at. They got it in. Buser made a nice pass. That was Abila breaking in, but he got it off the side of the foot and pushed it wide left and out of play. Had a good opportunity to give St. Mary's the lead. St. Mary's has really picked it up. And right back in the Malden Catholic again. Malden Catholic knocks it up and out from right in front of the St. Mary's bench. Malden Catholic breaks it up and takes it back the other way. They knock it deep. Sliding and knocking it away. Nice defense. Got blocked by Malden Catholic. And St. Mary's lets it go out of play. Substitution, they were going to do it. They didn't allow it. They were coming out, but they said no. They give it up. St. Mary's kicks it upfield. Malden Catholic picked it off. And St. Mary's knocks it out. Now they're going to let, so rules I don't understand. The ball was dead before. They could have let the sub in. Now the ball's dead. They let the sub in. I will never understand these rules. Deflects out And they're calling it off St. Mary's, which will give Malden Catholic a corner kick. We haven't had a lot of these. I think St. Mary's only had one. I thought they were calling it a corner kick. There must have been some kind of collision before that because they're giving Malden Catholic a free kick from the 5-yard line at an angle. They kick it back to take a kick from a little further away. It got blocked. St. Mary's blocked it and kicked it away. Malden Catholic with it. They pop it toward the net, takes a big hop. St. Mary's heads it away. Popped in the air again, try to line up a shot, and they knock it home. And again, they surround the young man that scored the goal. Take your pick of the 8 guys that are coming upfield. Bouncing around, nobody could get control of it. And here was Malden Catholic to knock it home. So Malden Catholic's got their 1-goal lead back. Knocked away. Paus gets it up to Buser. They bang it out off Malden Catholic. Buser trying to get deep, trying to get around. Malden Catholic said it went out off St. Mary's. The official saying it went off Malden Catholic, and that's what counts. So looking for the throw-in. Loose, they got a head on it. Buser got a foot on it. And just as the St. Mary's look going up, I think it was a Beeler again, trying to get a head on it. Martin reached up and grabbed it and kicked it away. Buser kept it alive. Abila almost got his second as Fusco comes way out of the net. Buser trying to knock it deep. Malden Catholic picks it off. And they bring it back up. St. Mary's knocks it away. They try to pass it through. It got blocked by the defense. They knock it deep. St. Mary's knocks it out. Quick throw-in. And Malden Catholic knocked it out. And they knock it out again. Taking off from midfield, the official moved him back. And they keep moving the throw down. Malden Catholic keeps knocking it out. Trying to get around. Malden Catholic. I don't know if they call St. Mary's for getting a hand on it or it went. It's not a kick, it's a throw, and I didn't see the ball go out. Buser stepped in front, had it knocked away. Big hop, headed back. They got a foot on it to the near side. Perez tried to get around, defense knocked it out. St. Mary's trying to keep it alive. Malden Catholic knocks it back. They knock it high in the air. Buser got a head on it. Buser couldn't get his foot on it. St. Mary's got a foot on it, popped it up. Little high pop up. Quinn Martin just waited for it to come down, picked it, and he'll kick it away. 15 minutes into the second half. Malden Catholic had a 1-0 lead at halftime. St. Mary's came out and tied it up, but very quickly, Malden Catholic got another goal and went ahead 2-1. They lead it. Buser walking in, trying to get it across. Somehow Martin made the save. Makua Sykes was sliding to the net. Abila was there as well. Buser threw it across. Somehow Martin saw it, got it, grabbed it, and fell on it. Big time save by Martin, keeps it a 2-1 game. And here's a takedown. They didn't call it. That was like a wrestling match. They grabbed him, took him down. Buser trying to center it, it got blocked. Sliding and knocking it loose was Woodworth. Knocking it deep. Abila knocks it deep. They knock it out in front, went by everybody. Buser collects. Trying to throw it in front. I think it's going to be a corner kick. I think Malden Catholic blocked Buser's would-be shot or pass. It went out. I think St. Mary's is going to get a corner kick coming from the far side. They haven't had many of these. I think this is only the second. Buser got a head on it. They call St. Mary's offside. Buser got a head on it, and it looked like Perez was going to drill it, and they blew the whistle, and Martin will kick it away. Knocked upfield. Malden Catholic knocks it very deep. Fosco's coming way out of the net. And he'll kick it away. Malden Catholic keeps it in. Blocked nicely by the defense. They get it up court, upfield. They knock it deep, looking for a break. And that was Rodriguez with that nice defensive play. If that gets through, Abila's going to be all by himself walking in. Buser gets it by one, still with it. Taking it down that far side, trying to get around. Knocked and blocked away right to St. Mary's. They give it back to Woodworth. And they blew the whistle for some reason. Oh, back upfield is a St. Mary's player hurt. I think that's Marin. He was back upfield hurt. Now he's gingerly walking. Seems to be okay. That's going to be one of those face-offs. Drop the ball. Let St. Mary's kick it. Yeah, they kick it up in the air. Takes a big hop. Couple of bounces. Martin way out of the net. Way over to his left. Picked it, and he'll kick it away. Kicks it deep past midfield. Woodworth got a foot on it. Kemen's got a head on it. Kicked high in the air. Fusco to his left comes out away from the net, picks off the pop-up, and he'll not kick it away. He throws it upfield. Headed back up. Another header. One more head. St. Mary's looking to get control. Malden Catholic knocks it out. And they're going to blow the whistle for substitutions for St. Mary's. Mauricio Marin throws it in. Headed by Weber. It got blocked and missed, but they couldn't come up with it. Abila gets it to Buser. Knocked away from him. Picked off nicely by St. Mary's. They tried to send it in, and it got blocked, and I guess they blocked it with their hand, because St. Mary's going to have a chance to tie the game up. They're going to get a kick from the 15-yard line. A little bit of an angle. Buser will take it. The officials, now they're moving it back to the 20-yard line. And they're putting that picket fence up, but that's going to be moved. They certainly can't be there. They got to be back to the 10-yard line. They move him back to the 10. So Buser will take it from the 20. Slight angle to the far side. Drills it right into that picket fence. Knocked it right into that pile of white shirts. And now it goes out off St. Mary's. And St. Mary's knocks it out again. Well past the halfway mark of the second half. 2-1, Malden Catholic. So we've got just under 18 minutes left in this interleague game. 2-1, Malden Catholic over St. Mary's. Back after the timeout, it was Douglas Mira that got the second goal. That made it 2-1, which is where we are now. And I don't know if he's giving somebody a yellow card. Somebody must have said something. They're going to the bench. I didn't see that. It's not even in play. Somebody must have said something. Because the play was over. It's a timeout. They're coming out of a timeout. And he gave somebody a yellow card. I've been talking about the Malden Catholic players standing up, not wanting to sit down. They're sitting, actually, they are sitting down on the turf, but they're not sitting on the bench. I said, they put the bench in the wrong place. But now I was just informed that it was Malden Catholic who moved that bench. It was up front so they could sit in it and watch the game. But they were the ones that put it back there. They want to stand up, I guess. I'm not sure what that's all about. We got contact, I believe, against St. Mary's. Is going to give Malden Catholic a free kick just outside the 5-yard line from a bit of an angle. Almost like a short corner kick. Too much foot. Got it where they wanted it, but too high. Went up over everything and out of play. Fusco will kick it away. Gives it to his defense to kick away. Kick deep. Malden Catholic heads it away. I'm not sure what that was all about. They blew a whistle for something. I'm not sure what that whistle was for. There's a sub waiting to come in. Now the sub is going to come in. There are times when you let them in, times when you don't let them in. I guess they're going to do this all over again. It'll be Fondy kicking it away. I don't know what that was all about. He kicked the ball right to midfield. They were about to play it, and they blew the whistle. And I believe that was the player that got the yellow card that got sent out. And now the official is talking to the player again. I don't know what that is going on. I guess we're finally going to get back to soccer. Marin trying to get around, trying to make a pass, blocked. And they're going to call Marin for contact. Boy, with some of the contact they're letting go and some of the contact they're calling isn't even close. There were bodies going down. That looked like nothing. Fusco come out, watched that very closely. If anybody gets a piece of it, it's going to go by. He stayed right with it, caught that perfect kick. Broke it up nicely. Malden Catholic coming back. Looking to walk in. Trying to center it. Fusco held the near post and grabbed it and held on. Boots it away. Bounces by everybody. Hughes are looking to get control, can't. Nice defense there by Woodworth. And they're going to call it against Woodworth for a free kick. Hard to believe what they're calling and what they're not calling. I mean, it hasn't affected the game. They haven't called penalty kicks. They haven't, got kicks dead center. But it's strange what they're calling. That kick goes way over everything and out of play. Fondy will get to kick it away. It's going to go out of play. Harry Brown will put it in play. Skips past. Fondy's going to let it go out of play. Malden Catholic hustled and kept it in. Now it goes out off Malden Catholic. Out off Malden Catholic again as they move upfield. And they call contact, so they get the kick. Crosby kicked it away. St. Mary's will track it down. Trying to get control, trying to get around, battling. That's more contact than they've been calling. Avila still battling. St. Mary's controls, trying to throw it out in front. Malden Catholic blocked it and cleared it away. And they knock it deep upfield. Pusko will come way out of the net to his left, pick it, and he'll kick it away. Now he just throws it up and lets Fondy kick it. Kimmich looking to knock it deep. It's a foot race. Avila got a piece, keeps it alive. Marin goes down hard, and they're going to blow the whistle on Malden Catholic. Marin was trying to get it. It was too far ahead of him as he reached for it. He got hit and went down, and St. Mary's going to get a free kick from around the 16-yard line, a little bit of an angle. Mauricio Marin will take the kick. And they're going to move that picket fence back. And it's still not 10 yards away, but it's close. Last of these free kicks, they kicked it right in to that pile of white shirts. Marin lining it up from the 16. Pops it up. Got it dead center, about 2 feet over the post, over the crossbar. Didn't pop it, line drived it. And we got 10 minutes left in this one with Malden Catholic 10 minutes away from getting their first win. Headed by St. Mary's, but they call it a little late whistle. They call the contact. While the Catholic player is still down. Now he's getting up. We're thankful for that. Now he's not getting back up. He's now sitting down. And with 9:13 left, we got a stoppage as the trainer and coach come out to check on him. Malden Catholic will kick it away. Buser picked it off and went out off Malden Catholic. Good job by Ryan Buser. Heads it toward the net, bouncing high. Buser got a foot on it, but his momentum carrying him to the ball had him kick it out of play. Bye, everybody. St. Mary's knocks it back. Popped up. Right, 3 blue shirts all around Quinn Martin, but he went high in the air, grabbed it, and got it upfield. Nice job by the goaltender. He's played well. St. Mary's winds up with it. Headed upfield. Buser looking for it. Pass a little bit behind Avila. And Malden Catholic clears it away. And they knock it deep. Faust got it upfield, but it went off Kimmich and out of play. Substitution for Malden Catholic. Harry Brown again will throw it in. Bondy came over and got a head on it. Couldn't keep it in. St. Mary's knocks it out again. Deep in the corner, trying to get around. And it went out off Malden Catholic. So St. Mary's trying to beat Malden Catholic here, but now the clock is the enemy. They were going upfield like it was off Malden Catholic. Now they're going to give Malden Catholic a corner kick. Now I'm not sure what they call it. It is a corner kick. St. Mary's heads it away. They knock it deep to the far side. It's going to go out of play. So the clock is the enemy as they trail it 2-1, the Spartans. They knock it deep. And Malden Catholic knocks it back the other way, which is where they want it. They get it up. Martins, they scored from this position before. Martins lets it fly just over the net. Good bid. From a tough angle, Aiden Martins threw it, and it just sailed over the top crossbar off to the far side. Clock is kept now on the field by the official. The Catholic will be in no hurry to put balls in play. They'll be trying to keep it in the St. Mary's end if they can. Headed back. Buser. Blocked, taken away, and they get it back to where they want it, the St. Mary's end. Malden Catholic killing time. They take the shot from long range. Musco got a piece and couldn't hold on. It goes by him and out of play. And that's going to give Malden Catholic a corner kick. Looked like he was going to make an easy play, catch it, kick it away. Instead, he deflected it over his head and it went out of play. And Malden Catholic taking their time, with time running down, they'll get a corner kick instead of having St. Mary's maybe kicking it downfield. And they're taking a lot of time. They're in no hurry, leading 2-1. Headed away by St. Mary's. Malden Catholic keeps it in. Mary's knocks it up. Malden Catholic knocks it back. They can't get out of their own end. They finally get to Kimmich. He knocks it deep. It's a foot race. Malden Catholic will get there and kick it out. Throw in. Malden trying to keep it alive. He couldn't. Went out of play. Malden thought he saved it. He's out bidding his case to the official. And the official's saying, I don't know what they're doing now. Malden got to it. Thought he saved it. Now they're coming all the way. Are they giving St. Mary's a kick? They're giving St. Mary's a kick. Malden was trying to save it. They called contact on Malden. They were crying about the call going out, and they're going to get a kick. A very tough angle. But it gives him a shot. He can't hit a line drive. He's got to hit a little pop-up. Gets it out in front. It's loose. Buesel with the shot. Martin with a tremendous save. Marin got it out in front. Buesel got a foot on it. Knocked it inside the near post. And Martin just grabbed it before it went in. Outstanding save. That's a 2-2 game. That's an ESPN highlight by Martin. What a great save. And now Malden Catholic keeps it in. Fusco makes the save, knocks it over the net, and they're going to get another corner kick. And it's going to be in the St. Mary's end. Marin made a great shot, got it out in front. Buesel beat the defense, got a foot on it, tapped it inside the near post, and Martin, making contact with the near post, just picked the ball off. Corner kick coming in from the far side. Goes clear across field, and Malden Catholic will kick it out of play. Can't be a lot of time left. They can't come any closer than they just did without scoring a goal. And Malden Catholic keeping it in the St. Mary's end, and now Malden Catholic is knocked down. Little hip check by Buesel, trying to get to the ball. Malden Catholic will get a free kick. And they'll get to keep it in the St. Mary's end with time winding down. Now there's lightning strikes here. Malden Catholic's going to get their first win, and St. Mary's are going to get their second loss here at home in 3 games. And they gave him the free kick, and as he kicked it, now they blow the whistle. And St. Mary's is going to go 0-2-1 in their last 3 games here at Manning Field, as Malden Catholic will get their first win of the season. They can thank Quinn Martin with that outstanding save on that little kickback, little deflection by Buesel going in to tie the game. Martin made a tremendous save, and that kept it a 2-1 game. It was James Donovan in the first half, banging it home to give Malden Catholic a 1-0 lead. It stayed that way into the second half. And then a great rush by Aiden Martins down the near side, threw it across, and when he threw it across, Jade Abila was there to bang it home to make it 1-1. And then it was the winning goal. Douglas Mira from skirmish out in front banged it past Fusco to make it 2-1. And then that great free kick from very close. Marin put it right on the money, on the foot of Buser. He timed it inside the near post, but Quinn Martin made a tremendous save. The junior made an outstanding save to give his team their first win and keep St. Mary's from tying it at 2-2. So Donovan and Mira get the goals from Malden Catholic. Abila from Martin's got the one goal from St. Mary's, and Martin made that ESPN highlight save to keep it a 2-1 game, and Malden Catholic gets their first win. Malden Catholic will go to 1-5-0. St. Mary's will drop to 3-2-2 as it's 2-1. Malden Catholic over St. Mary's. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.